What up, everyone? Pat Mayo here with your 2021 Sentry Tournament of Champions DraftKings picks. If you're playing some golf this week, the info you need to know about the course is the Plantation course at Kapalua. It is almost 7,600 yards. Seems long, but it's played at elevation. Does not play all that long. There's, in fact, 4 par 4s that measure less than 400 yards. All very, not necessarily gettable, but just wedge shots. That's what you want to be keying in on this week. Who are the best players with their wedges? Can they make a few 10-foot putts? We're good to go if that's the case. It's also a par 73, so the lack of par 3 scoring is something you completely nix out, as it really doesn't make that big of a difference right now. You want to be scoring on the par 5s and the short par 4s, get yourself to around like 22 under par, and you're probably going to be the champion of the Tournament of Champions and earn your spot back into this tournament the following year, because that's how you get in every year except for this one. Because of the pandemic, they altered the rules a little bit, so all of the winners from 2020 of tournaments all got their invite to Hawaii, as did all of the players that actually made the Tour Championship at the end of last season. So instead of having 25, 26, 27 players in the field like most years, it's actually at 42 this time around, and is the most competitive field that we've ever seen for this tournament. There is no cut in this event, so you can go double stars and scrubs if you want, pay double up at above $10,000, but the guys at the very bottom just aren't of the same class as even some of the 7K players. So overall, if you're going to be making 2 or 3 lineups this week, you look above $10,000 and you have the 2 names that I like the best. Justin Thomas, number 1, over everyone else. He is my single favorite play on the board. Shouldn't be any shocker to anyone. He's the best suited for this event. He's won it twice and come 3rd in 3 of the past 4 years. Dustin is also up there, but he's more expensive, and he tends to be really hit or not necessarily miss at this event, but it's like 1st or 10th. I'll take the guy that continuously comes inside the top 3 at Justin Thomas, and he just won an event with his dad, so he's in good form, coming in good lead-in form. Other than that, I would go Bryson and or Rahm. I prefer Bryson as a slight lean over Rahm, although Rahm probably comes in at diminished ownership. In the 9K level, a lot of the ownership will be gravitating towards Patrick Reed. I like Reed enough, but I'll probably fade him and go with Webb Simpson and Hideki Matsuyama. Hideki hasn't played in this tournament since 2018, but he's never finished worse than 4th in any of his 3 starts. In Webb, it's Bermuda, it's a ton of wedges, where driving is somewhat mitigated. Give me all the Webb in the world. 8Ks, Scheffler, Neiman, and Adam Scott. Adam Scott at $8,100, I do think is the single best value on the board of any player in this field. Also 55-1 right now on DraftKingsSportsbook.com if you'd like to get into the wagering market. The 7Ks, not really much at doing. You can kind of shuffle this entire range up of $8,000 and below and find your favorite guys. I like Mark Leishman. You're gambling that he has rediscovered his form that was non-existent post-pandemic last year, although he did have a top 20 at the Masters. Maybe that was a sign of life for him. He's played this tournament really well in the past. If the wind picks up, which it tends to do at a coastal course, Mark Leishman well set up for that kind of experience as well. If you have to go down in the 6Ks, you can pick your poison. It looks like Martin Laird is going to be a popular option. Lonto Griffin, good player, also a popular option. I'm going to side with the upside skill set of wedges of Kevin Na, who's great with his wedges and can run a really hot putter. Can't really drive the ball, but he's needing to be around slightly around field average. You do the other stuff well, and he could come inside the top 10. And the super sleeper at $6,300, Andrew Landry, good driver of the ball, amazing with his wedges. It just has to turn out, is this a week he can make a few of these putts? Usually it's not, but maybe this is the week. He's only $6,300. He needs to not kill you, and at $6,300, he allows you access if you wanted to go Justin Thomas, or Justin Thomas and Bryson DeChambeau to start your teams. You're going to need an Andrew Landry to fill out the end of your roster. It's a gamble, but it could be worth the upside that it unlocks at the very top of the DraftKings pricing. I'm Pat Mayo. Smash the like. You can find my cheat sheet up on DKPlaybook.com, and for a full breakdown of the betting card and the DraftKings card, head on over to the Mayo Media Network YouTube page right now.